The Otter Trail was established in 1968, and this 5-day 42-kilometer trail is one of the most beautiful and popular nature trails in the country. It starts at Storms River and ends in the village of Nature's Valley. Everything that is required for the hike has to be carried.
Right, how much am I carrying, Colin?
15.
15? Oh no, Colin, that's not fair.
The hike is clearly marked along the route by the otter paw. The Cape clawless otter has proved to be elusive for us. The first stretch of the hike seemed easy, but we soon learned that that does not last, as the trail is fairly rugged and we seem to be either going up or down. There are 4 overnight stops. Each stop has 2 huts equipped with 2 triple bunk beds. The huts may be basic, but the view made up for that.
Tell me how your first day of the Otter Trail was.
It was up and down and in and out, and my leg was sore. So. Just wandering around like
With the huts at sea level, the only way out is uphill. The trail hugs the Tsitsikamma coast as close to the pounding surf as possible. The scenery along the trail is spectacular, with sheer cliffs dropping right into the sea in some places. Walking was followed by a well-deserved snack break, but for some, it proves to be time to fool around. The paths range in elevation from the sea level to a height of more than 200 meters. Most of the trail follows the cliff tops, returning to sea level to cross rivers. Exhausting stuff. This is one of the many rivers we had to cross. I love the Coca-Cola water. This is because of humic acid. It's absolutely harmless. After lunch, some needed a helping pull up the hill. Our second day from Scott to Oakhurst huts had to be an early start as we first had to cross the Lottering River.
Freezing! Toes are numb but so ready to go. That sunrise just makes it worth it.
Luckily, the Lottering was a walk in the park.
We're going uphill.
I know.
So now we literally go down.
Okay. Thank you.
Some of us had just way too much energy. While some relaxed in the lazy winter sun, others went exploring, and for Mom, it was too adventurous for her nerves. At least the unusual rock formations could take my mind off of how high Colin actually was and how he was going to come down again. Curious Janet's hoping for a tidbit.
So what time is it?
4 o'clock in the morning.
4 in the morning.
Day 4 was an early start to cross the infamous Below Grants River.
Yeah, we're here.
Hi, Ma.
Eventually the sun made a welcomed appearance, but we still had a long way to go. our last emergency exit. Should we or shouldn't we? For Colin, crossing the Blur Branch was a bit of an anticlimax. He wanted more action and adventure.
Oh, yeah?
The way was much more difficult and taxing than the river crossing. Our last night at Andre Hut's, and see who is doing all the work. This is where we still had to get to in the morning, a long way up. The lull of the waves would rejuvenate and energize us to cope with day 5. The sun rose on day 5. The distant lights of Plattenberg Bay reminded us that we were soon to face civilization and the reality of our day-to-day lives. Not really sure if that was a welcome sight. I counted 250 steps from the bottom to the top. As the trail came to an end, we had time to reflect on the time we spent together, the new friendships formed, and why we were on the trail. Nature's Valley, a welcome sight. Too true. We need some real food. No more trails for these shoes. They are finished. What a week. Thank you to everyone.